makes you think you can control them?
Because getting people to act against their own self-interest is what I do for a living.
We're the Patsies. We're some kind of suicide squad.
Let's go save the world.
Know what they say about the crazy ones?
Huh? If I'd only see.
Oh, I'm gonna kill you. I'm just gonna hurt you. Really, really bad.
Hey, what's up, guys? This is Worse, and we just got out of Suicide Squad.
Suicide Squad.
And we're gonna review it.
Right here for you. And by the way, this is a non-spoilers review on this. We will have a separate spoilers review coming out soon. But for right now, we're just going to give our general thoughts.
I mean, I really enjoyed it. I mean, the characters, that's one thing that I took away from this most of all was, I mean, you get a lot more depth from these guys, and these guys are like low to the totem pole in the DC universe. Most of them, not all of them, but most of them are like people. Like if you told somebody who Diablo was, they'd be looking at you like, what? I mean, they all get their time in the sun a little bit. They all get their own time, yeah. Yeah, they all get their own time. So I mean, I really enjoyed that, and I was kind of wondering. I was waiting for them to leave something hanging, and they really didn't. They kept it going really well, and it was funny. The humor wasn't flat. Yeah, I loved it. Yeah, it was funny. Yeah. So I mean, the
action that the DC universe can bring humor.
Yeah. I mean, they really had to learn their lesson from Batman v Superman because it was really serious, in which I enjoyed that movie. Some parts of it, not all of it, but I mean, they're really trying to shape up. I mean, so that's a good thing. That's a good start. But I mean, as far as the movie goes, I mean, yeah, I really enjoyed it. I loved it, and I mean, I'm excited to see where Jared Leto's Joker goes, because from what my roommates were telling me, they were making it sound like I was absolutely going to hate this Joker, and I don't hate it. It's just there's some things that he does that I'll talk about in the spoiler cast that I wasn't, as a comic book fan, particularly thrilled with. But as far as him, like, I liked what he brought, even though it wasn't everything I wanted.
I particularly loved this movie from beginning to end entirely. Almost entirely. There are some negatives in there, but they are very few and very far in between. And just to clarify, for the 5th time or so, I hated Batman v Superman for my own reason. Yeah, you can say it's kind of a stark, complete difference in opinion. Part of what I miss in movies in general, like going to see a movie in theaters, is like just how fun a movie can be. I mean, I had fun watching this.
It was a lot of fun.
Like a
lot of good action. A lot
really
of great
random, like really random. Like the first few minutes came up, and I just whispered to you, I'm like, "This is going to be so random."
It's going to be very random, yes.
And I was like, "Yes, that's good."
The classic rock songs.
That's good. Yes. Classic rock soundtrack. What are you talking about? I commend them all around for how this movie looks. Like,
really good.
Like from the beginning credits, the graphic design of this whole movie is amazing. I mean, and they all had like intro cards. I love that style of. It's kind of become
the character perfectly. All the characters, yes.
Yeah, like everybody had their own style,
and everybody had their own movie.
Everybody had their own theme. And this movie looks beautiful. Like, it's so dark and gritty, but at the same time, it's not ugly to look at.
Deadshot, Will Smith, fantastic.
Yeah,
he did fantastic. He really believed that he lived in Gotham and was this total assassin. That's no spoiler. Margot Robbie is Harley Quinn. She did Harley Quinn just perfectly. Like, it's exactly what I would have thought Harley Quinn would do in live action, because I was thinking, man, they'll have to tone down how Harley acts in a live action film, but actually they kind of hit all the good points.
Yeah, they ran with it.
They ran with, like, the pudding and all that stuff. Jared Leto as the Joker.
I hate Jared Leto in every role he's ever been in. I also said that about Heath Ledger before they cast him as Dark Knight, and that's the same thing I got from Jared Leto's Joker. Is I love this Joker a lot. Definite Jim Carrey, The Mask vibes. I'm telling you.
I like the Joker in this. I like that he was creepy. Like, I like that he made me cringe, and that's a good thing. Like, it's weird to say there's parts in movies that make you cringe and it's not a good thing, but this was a good thing that he does. I need more from him, though. I gotta have more from him to really, like, have a point. I don't know the character Colonel Flag very well, but the actor that plays him, great job.
Killer Croc. Yeah, I commend the filmmakers for, and I love them for this so much. Not only did you bring one of my favorite lesser-known Batman villains to the screen, but you used prosthetics makeup. You used, like, old school monster makeup. You didn't just CGI it. In the comics, he does eventually grow to be like Hulk sized, and he becomes more like a crocodile. But in his early days, he's more human, but he has a skin disorder. That he's not like born a lizard. He just has a skin disorder. And I thought they did a good job by not CGIing it. So I mean, whoever decided to do that by using prosthetics and makeup, I great job, guys. Because you could have CGI'd it and it could have looked like crap. So I'm really proud of you guys for not doing that. Jai Courtney as Captain Boomerang. That's I actually really liked him.
Surprisingly good.
I liked Jai Courtney.
The only question I have is, where does he get all the energy drinks? He keeps opening one throughout the entire movie.
I liked all the squad. I mean, there wasn't a single character I didn't like.
Everyone seems to get a little arc.
Yeah.
And they're concluded well.
Character interaction is what
Basically,
makes a movie
by the
like
time
this.
by the end of the movie, you like all the characters. That's what you're supposed to do.
And they could have went the bland route, especially with Rick Flag, but they still didn't.
Just great chemistry. Like, everyone had their moment. This is a squad that doesn't necessarily like each other, but at the same time, they roll well together because they're bad guys.
Yeah, it's a group of bad guys.
And they bounce back and forth off of each other with dialogue and stuff, and it's hilarious and really entertaining and a lot of fun. Just like he said, this movie's just pure fun and a comic book film. And I had a good time. I mean, it's a really fun film, and it, to me, is like, I want to see where the DC Universe goes. I mean, I can't wait for Batman to be on screen again. I can't wait for this new Joker. I can't wait for Harley Quinn to come back. And I can't wait for Deadshot. It's like I can't wait for all these characters because they're great.
This brought something that I was not expecting, and it was straight up unpredictability. Movies can get predictable nowadays, and it's kind of boring. I mean, this movie was the opposite of boring.
Oh yeah.
I mean, this was intriguing throughout. You're wanting more and more and more of this, and that's what the DC Universe should have been doing from the beginning. I mean, they learned their mistake, I guess, with BVS, with a lot of people, that's a whole other thing. But they did just about everything right with this, at least for me, and so DC Universe, I'm back in. I mean, I was apprehensive and all that about it at first, but I think I'm fully back in. I mean, I may regret that later, but whatever. This movie is probably going to get, a 9 out of 10.
It was a lot of fun, and it was quite hilarious. A lot funnier than I thought it was going to be, and I was quite surprised, but there's definitely some things wrong with this movie that I don't like, and but I like it more than I hate it, so I'm going to go with an 8.
As far as this movie goes, I mean, I had a great time. I mean, it was a good movie. It had lots of good action. It was shot well. It had
no shaking.
The set pieces were really well done. As far as what I know of the characters from the comics, I thought they did really well, and the team played well off each other. All the characters. That's one thing I can also give this movie is all the characters. None of them were wasted, and none of them were like. There's usually maybe like 1 or 2 characters if it's a big group movie, you're like, they're all right. But I mean, these guys are cool. But for this one, for me, I loved every single one of them. They were all cool. They all contributed. They all had something to do. They all had something that was like that brought something to the team, whether it was their powers or what they could do or what their backstories were. I enjoyed it, and honestly, I hope the success of this movie, I hope it influences the comic. Honestly, because if they make the comic more like this, I'll read it. I mean, definitely. I mean, I think I'm gonna go with I'm gonna give it a 10.
Thanks so much for watching, guys. This is our non-spoiler look at Suicide Squad.
To be continued for the spoiler discussion because there's a buttload of things. And so let's to be continued, guys. Have a good one.
Thanks, guys.
And definitely check out more reviews from us